All right, Ms.
I
Stefke.
was there.
Oh, you were there.
She's seen
I
the water
was there
fight. I
when the
wasn't
water fight.
outside.
Okay, good. Now what happened?
Okay.
We got somebody neutral here that can tell me what happened. I
They
hope.
started with the hose, and they
Who
were.
started with the hose?
She was teasing James. She always, on a constant basis, teased James every day.
About
And
what? I'm afraid
just-
to ask.
Everything and
Everything and
anything.
anything. She yelled at him constantly. She had yelled at Brandon constantly. She had left bruises on Brandon. You know, and it was just,
Stick to the water fight.
okay.
Yeah.
The water fight started.
Sorry.
They started with the hose.
Who did?
I believe it was James that started it. But Holly
Okay.
kept egging him on. You ain't gonna spray me, you ain't gonna spray me. So James sprayed her.
Well, of course.
It was just, you know, a simple water
Where was
fight.
the phone when she got wet?
As far as I could see, the phone was on the porch. I don't
Where
know
she said it
exactly
was,
where
right?
the phone was, yes.
How did the phone get wet?
Because they were spraying each other with the hose.
Both of them.
All three of them were. And no, Brandon was not outside. And she should have
Well,
been in
was
the
Brandon?
house with Brandon.
He was inside,
He
right?
was inside
He was
with
inside
Julie.
with me.
She should have been inside with him, not
Wow.
outside on the porch.
All right.
Okay, Your Honor, just for to let
Go
the
ahead,
record.
Ms. Woodson. Don't
Okay,
take
but
too
I
long,
should have
though,
been
okay?
I should have been outside with Brandon, but many of times I've been left in the house with all three of the kids, but I'm just supposed to be there for Brandon. But I've been left in the house with all three of the kids to watch all three of the kids while them two go play bingo in Canada or wherever they went. But I didn't mind doing it because, like I said, my heart is open. I didn't mind, and occasionally, yes, on the trampoline, we go outside and jump on the trampoline. Sometimes Brandon didn't want to jump on the trampoline, so it would be me and Sarah or James or anything else. It wasn't like I was specifically there for Brandon, but I was with all of the kids. I helped Sarah with her homework.
Yeah,
Anything James needed to go to the mall with his girlfriend, I drove him in my own car.
You did whatever needed to be done.
Exactly.
If they wanted to have a water fight, you obliged, right? That was part of the deal, I guess.
There are three issues for the judge. First, the loan. The defendant admitted she owes the money. That should be easy. Next, the hours. Nothing's in writing. That could be trouble. And finally, who at the phone, which really means who was at fault. Let's see how the judge rules.
Let's break this down. Let's first of all talk about the unpaid fees that you say you're owed, because that's the biggest part of the case. And this is as a result of hours that apparently were not authorized. And I do have this letter here dated August 9th from Angela Drotar. She's in accounting from Natural Freedom Incorporated. And she says, to whom it may concern, this letter is in regards to Hollywood Tomlin. Back in the month of February 2005, she submitted a timesheet to us for a total of 115 hours that she had worked with her client. She was only paid for 38 and a half hours due to the fact that that was the remaining amount she was authorized to work through our company. Any questions, feel free to contact me. What we have here, Ms. Woodson, is a situation where through Natural Freedom, you're supposed to work a certain number of hours for these people, in this case, Brandon. You worked above those hours, okay? If you weren't authorized to work those hours, and there really isn't any dispute about that, okay? If you work beyond those hours for whatever reason, it doesn't matter how big your heart is, okay? For whatever reason, if you work beyond the number of hours allotted to you, you run the risk of not getting paid.
Okay, but
Okay.
Ms. Kacharsky said that there were hours there for me to work.
Well, I guess not. I guess not. I mean, Natural Freedom is saying there weren't.
Okay, but
and this doesn't involve Ms. Kucharski then. If you think that there are more hours that you should have been paid for that you're not paid for, you might have to sue Natural Freedom.
I understand.
It's not Ms. Kucharski's fault.
I understand.
It's not her job to keep track of the hours. It's your job.
I understand that, but why I'm 21
Well, I don't
years
think you
old,
do,
I'm
but-
going to take a letter of community service over my money. Yes, I want my money.
Of course you do. That's why you're here.
Exactly.
But you're not going to get it because you worked hours that you weren't authorized to work, okay?
Yeah.
There's only so many hours that Natural Freedom says you can work. You went above and beyond that.
Okay.
And maybe you did it for the most noble of intentions, okay? Maybe you are going to be first in line when it comes to get into heaven because of what you've done. That's great, but you're not going to get paid here for that because you went beyond what you were supposed to do, and it's your job to keep track of the hours.
Okay, then what about those hours in June that I did work prior to the 2 days that I failed at her home?
Those apparently were hours that were not authorized.
No, yes, they were, because I had switched companies. That's a different company.
Well, then you have to sue Natural Freedom then.
That's not Natural
Or
Freedom.
whatever company it was. Okay? It's not Ms. Kucharski's job to keep track of the hours, nor is it her job to pay you. She doesn't pay you. She never paid a dime. She was never supposed to pay you a dime. It was the company that was supposed to pay you.
She was supposed to pay me.
Let's deal with the cell phone and the water fight. We have a neutral witness here, a neighbor, correct? Mm-hmm. Is that a yes?
Yes.
All right, a neighbor here who witnessed the incident, and if I believe her testimony, and I'm going to believe her testimony because she's unbiased and presumably is completely disinterested in all this, this really was some sort of a water fight that broke out. You're out there watering the grass or gardening and doing whatever, and for whatever reason, somebody took a hose and started maybe squirting somebody, and maybe that person was egged on, maybe not. But out of nowhere, a water fight erupted. And in the process of this water fight being erupted, your cell phone was damaged. There's no testimony here today that this was James's fault, that he did anything wrong.
He asked Ms.
Ma'am,
Kucharski.
Ms. Woodson, I don't want to hear it, okay? I have heard it, and I've heard enough. There's nothing here that says that no testimony that's been given to me that James took a hose and intentionally doused your water phone or your cell phone by water. So I'm not going to allow any money with respect to that. Finally, we get to the loan, and Ms. Kucharski indicates that she owes you the money. So I'm going to award you that money because she admits that she owes it to you, so there's really no dispute here. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to enter a judgment in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of $357.52. That's the loan amount that's outstanding. I will add to that costs consisting of a $65 filing fee and a $23 service fee, which brings the total amount of the judgment to $445.52. And I think these are your documents. Ms. Woodson, you can take those back. You're all set.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good afternoon.
Yes, you too.
The plaintiff seems a little mad here, but she didn't prove her case. Remember, if you're going to prove something like a contract, get it in writing. And if you're going to prove who's at fault, you better bring a witness. In the end, the plaintiff won because the defendant admitted that she owed the loan. If you find that you are involved in a dispute that you cannot resolve, small claims court may be the answer. Thanks for watching Case Closed. I'm Charlie Langton.